taking a little bit of a break. Did a little bit of coloring while we were gone, and we're ready to continue the process here. Thanks for showing up. We got our music situation figured out. Just gonna turn it down slightly. Alrighty. I'm gonna get a few things set up here real quick as you guys come on in. Oh, I don't know how she did that. Oh, there we go. There we go. All right. Thank you, all three of you, for currently being here right now. Appreciate it. Let's get to work here. We are going to be starting off going through here. We just did the tubes coming down here, the red, yellow. Obviously, this one's still a little bit bloody yet. We're going to go in here, put our blacks in the background, our dark colors in first, and then go ahead from there. At last, long 30 minutes. Yeah, it was long 30 minutes. We had 30 minutes before we even came back in here. No problem, though. Okay. I appreciate you all's patience. Give us a white down here. Good to go, good to go. Keep that there. Alright guys, we're going to be using the Bishop Wand Packer again for this color packing session here. Bishop Wand Packer. Same thing we used to line this. We're using a critical wireless power supply as our power source. And this particular needle is a police cartridge. Alrighty then. But we're going to be using I think this is some sort of a so long needle, not sure. But let's get going. Hey, thanks guys. Thanks man, patiently waiting here in the UK. Yeah, I not the greatest with time management all the time, so here we go. We're back at it. Packing the color. Let me know if you got any questions as we get this live stream started again. I had the music fixed, and of course now we got another fruity song. No problem, I will live with that. Alright, 2 likes, 22 people. Alright, we're getting going here, guys. If you wouldn't mind, give the stream a like. Helps send it out to more people. More people will jump in. And yeah, get a conversation go. Hey, Andy B. Yeah, man, a little bit longer than 30 minutes, but we just kind of jumped into the color, got it going a little bit, and then decided, well, oh, it's about time we better go live. Here we are. What you up to, Andy? You're done, man. It's late over there, ain't it? What the heck time is it? It's probably 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Always forget there's a delay in how long it takes. 10:25 p.m. Okay, well, never mind. Yeah, it's a bit later than I thought. Good day at work today there, Andy. Chilling out, watching the live. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. I was asking around, seeing what people wanted to see, you know, what we could do for our next stream or whatnot, and it was a mixed bag. Some people want a little this, little that. So I guess we're just gonna have to feel it out. About to practice some mining today. Yep. Andy B said, yep, a crap load of names and 2 ice cream cones. Boy, isn't that an interesting day of tattooing right there, huh? 2 ice cream cones. All right, right on. That's gotta be fun, though. Hey, and tattooing names pays the bills, man. Pays the bills. Hey, glad to hear that. Let me show you my muffin. All right, good to go. Now you're welcome, man. I'm glad the channel could help you out, dude. Glad it could help you out. And I'm glad you're here. Appreciate you showing up and watching, supporting what I'm doing here. Means a lot. I do appreciate it, guys. I'm gonna start getting this sucker popping here soon enough. Yeah, the diet of any successful tattoo artist is script, name, repeat. Yep. I tell people all the time, like, do you do lettering? Script? I do it. I don't thoroughly enjoy doing it, but I'm not going to turn it down because you kind of want to try to do a little bit of everything. I know that maybe in the current days, people will tell you that you need to niche down into one style and only do that, and you know what? That probably works for a lot of people, but where I'm at, I'm not in a big city. I can't just be like, hey, I do butterflies and then only tattoo butterflies. I would be broke. Or if I only did black and gray, you can probably get away with that, though. You can probably get away with just doing a black and gray. That's not a problem. Thought you'd be watercolor on that tattoo. Right? Yep. All right, I'm leaving a little bit of a space here on the edge. I'm going to come back with a deep red and just kind of fill the edge and push it over top of that black right there, that little bit right. In case anybody's wondering. All right, now I'm going to jump up here. And I like to work, obviously you can see I put the color in here, but once I get past that, I want to put all the black in first, and then the background, and then we'll go ahead from there and put the rest in. Hey, appreciate all 43 of you. 38 however many is here. If you guys want to give the chat a like. Yeah, give the chat a like. Why not? Give the stream a like, as always. We can drive the traffic to the stream, get a few more people, get some more conversation going. I love it when I see people talking to each other, sharing information. It's just cool. And we're still running at 6.4 volts, and this is a 15 curved mag. I don't remember who makes these. There's some so long needles. I don't remember. How fast you running that machine? Again, 6.4 volts. I pretty much keep it about the same most of the time I'm using it. Maybe if I bump up to a real big needle or something, I might up the voltage a little bit. But if I do change it, it's really not much. fractions. Hey George, good to see you. Yeah, really wanted to leave yellow to the end. I wanted to get all my tones in here, get a feel for how they work in the skin, and then jump up here. But again, everybody does things the way they do things. Best thing is, the reason why and I'm sure you know this, just in case anybody's watching who might not, the reason why we go dark to light, in theory, is so that the darker tones don't interfere with the lighter tones and, mute them in the skin. Because we are punching little holes and putting ink into the skin, so if we're wiping that black over top of light tones, you run the risk of muddying up your tones. I've done it different ways, and really, as long as you're somewhat conscientious, it's not that big a deal. But if you can, go ahead and put your dark tones in first, which is really what we're doing right here. How many passes do you think you can go over the same spot before you hamburger the skin? I'm having problems judging. Well, it really depends. I mean, you can see the skin. You're watching the skin. Depends on how slow you're moving. If you move really, really slow, then you might be chewing it up with 1 or 2 passes. And I'm using bug pin needles here as well, guys. I'm not using, these are 10 gauge, 15. I use bug pins for everything. That's just me. Let's see here. Let's get up around over here. Machine angle also matters in this as well, guys. Depending on the angle, will depend. So you can get like one nice pass and get it all taken care of. Depends on what you want to do. And if any of you guys missed our first stream, it should be up if you want to check out the lining of this tattoo. That is up there and available. This is part 2, color packing. And good to have you guys here. Thank you, Spanky. What that 7? Oh, yeah. Okay. Another big thing about color is I go through a lot of shop towels. I throw a little bit of water on there, helps wipe the ink away, but once it gets too messy, it's gone. I'm not gonna fight it. Don't be cheap. Now, like I said before, we're gonna have some reds coming in off the edges, so I'm just peppering the black out. And again, we're gonna be coming back in. All right, let's see, a little bit up here. So, Get in there with the edges of your mag. I hope you guys can see this. Okay. Watch it go in. I know you might not be able to see this, but as I see it hit that line, then I start moving out from there. Don't be afraid to wipe, just to see. I know in the beginning it can be nerve-wracking, but fear not. That's blue. Let's monkey that one up. Let's see. This looks like pretty much just fine. Hey Dave, just want to thank you for all the time and effort you put into your channel. Because of you, I'm tattooing part-time now. Greetings from the Netherlands. Sweet, dude. That's awesome. Super glad channel can help you out, man. From the Netherlands. Right on. Right on. Right on, man. So what is part-time tattooing? I'm just curious. Is that because I remember I had that apprenticeship for a little while, and obviously I had to work some sort of a job at the same time, and so it was kind of part-time. I was there, I don't know, I think it was like 3 or 4 days a week, and then I was going to school at night and then working the other days, and yeah.
I don't run any location.
Oh, yeah. And that was part-time, and then I ended up going full-time into it. So I don't know if it's something like that where you just kind of Finland here. Right on, man. We're getting some people from all over the country. I like it. I like it. Okay. Virginia. Right on. German. I'm from German. Uh-huh. Right on, man. Dang. Cool to see so many people in one spot here from all over the world. Or Earth, or whatever you want to call it. We are working on part 2 of the HVAC gauges kind of breaking through the skin. Pretty fun tattoo, if I'm being honest. I really like the colors in it. From Washington, D.C. Oh, right on, Mikey. Right on, man. Thanks for being here. How's Washington doing? From watching the news, not so good. But I don't live there, I don't live there. Okay, running along. Sweden in the house. Got it, man. What is going on? I want to be a real tattoo artist. Is my dream job. Well, chase that dream, but be ready to make sacrifices. But that's gonna happen anytime that you're chasing what you want to do. That tattoo gun looks heavy. No, it's really not. I don't know. Here's it in my hand. I don't know. It's not very heavy. What time is it there? Oh, my clock. I'm supposed to put a battery in it. It says it's 11 a.m.
5:45.
5:45, about to be 6, so, yeah. Yep. Yep. I do notice we tattoo a bit slower when the live stream because I'm leaning over here constantly, reading what's happening. So, yeah. Like I said, as we get used to this live stuff, it's good to know that it's gonna, slow me down a little bit, and that's okay. That's okay as long as I'm aware and I can, let willing participants know that it's gonna slow me down a bit. Okay, keep it light in there. Kind of leaving some spots open here, guys, so I can come back and put some deep red in some of the spots where this black is at. That's why we're not kind of dancing around here, not packing it completely in some spots. Hey, what's up, TJ? Mays Landing, New Jersey. Yeah, I used to live in Jersey. I am sorry. The G population was nice out there. Aside from that, I wasn't a big fan. Not saying that it's horrible there or anything. I just wasn't the biggest fan. But then again, I live in Ohio, so what can I say? You know what I mean? Not really much here either, but the cost of living's decent. So as compared to many other places in the country. And yeah. Newfoundland. I know it's in pronouncing it wrong. Canada. Right on. Much love back to you, man. Much love back to you. Did you ever try using Elmer's glue to hold your caps? I remember. Was that you that told me a long time ago about that? No, I never did. Never did. I still just use whatever petroleum-based product I have as what I use for that. Yeah, not saying that don't work. Just haven't really felt like I needed to. I thought I was gonna try it out, but I like trying new things. But that ain't broken at all. I really like just using my petroleum product and holds the caps down nice. Blocking out. Using these round shaders and whatnot, just get it. If you want to get it in tight areas, just roll that sucker around the side and use just the edge of it. Yeah, curve mags are absolutely the way to go. Absolutely. I don't know that there is a best needle cartridge for lining. I don't use any really high-end needles. Not to say that they're not necessary. I just don't use them exactly. I used Cheyenne for a while. Overpriced. I didn't really get the hype on those exactly at the time. I do like Quadrant though. I have a few of their needles. I usually just use their mags. And that's probably just because I'm cheapish sometimes and like, well, I don't need them, but I really do like their 17s, and I think I get their 17s and 21s or something like that with their curve mags. and that's pretty much what I get from Quadrant. But they do make some nice needles. Most of the time I've been using these police cartridges. They sent me some a while back, and they've sent me several different brands a while back, and I've tried them all, and you know, okay, they're not bad, but these police ones I like, so I just ordered a new batch the other day. Well, actually, they already came in, so that must have been a couple weeks ago now. So I do like those. But there's just so many good brands out there, and there's find what works. Find what works. You know, find what fits your budget and works. Plus, sometimes they're just not available. Everything gets to be a shortage, you know, so sometimes things are just not available. Power supply? Police cats, man, those power supply. Well, there's a lot of different power supplies, and I've been using these criticals, and truthfully, I mean, they're good. They're good power supply, but $250 per battery seems a bit pricey, guys. A bit pricey. Yeah, it just seems a little bit pricey. I use them because I have them. They're nice, no doubt. I mean, I don't take anything away from it, but I'm always looking at things from a cost perspective, cost to practicality perspective, and yeah, take that for what it is. There are plenty of other brands out there. If you guys are out there using a particular brand, share it with everybody, so you know what I mean, so that they can too also know. If you like it, share it. I noticed a couple lines here we missed, so we're gonna throw those in real quick. That's probably about it. Just fill this spot in with this liner. Black packing. Using Mass Pro carts here, brother. Yep. They work. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't get too wrapped up in it, brands and this, that, and the other. I always tell people, buy a couple boxes of something, see how they work. See if you like them. No, you're good. Don't kill yourself trying to. I'll just move the camera a little bit. You're already contortioning just fine. Hurricane. How deep am I going? Okay, that sounds personal. Dude, I don't know. I mean, I get it, man. I get the question, because I had the question too when I was trying to figure this out. Like, hey, I just need to know how deep to put these needles in the skin. Gosh, I wish it was that easy, man. I really, really do. But there's no way to measure how deep you're going in the skin. At least not I'm aware of. You're gonna feel the vibrations. You're gonna feel the skin breaking. You're gonna feel the resistance. That's why I say use a little bit thicker of a needle in the beginning, so that, because those really thin needles, man, you're gonna feel jacked. It's just gonna slide. Nothing sounds good. It's just gonna slide right on in there, and it might just blow stuff out. I remember the power supplies I was using when I first started. Those were awesome. I really liked those, and they were $30 a pop. but they weren't very popular, and people weren't really into the wireless stuff. But I saw that, and I was like, well, shoot, yeah, man, I want to do wireless. That sounds cool. And so I did, and I remember a lot of people giving me a hard time about it. And then when you know it, fast forward, here everybody's freaking using them. But yeah, it was $30 back then. I tried to, the links are in the description, guys. I linked some. I don't know that they even really have the original one that I got, or that I had, but I'm sure they're not $30 anymore. It's just, but if you can pick one up for, you know, 50, 60 bucks, and it lasts you a year, and hey, I guess, you know what? It's not the end of the world. I mean, especially if you're making some money in tattooing, you know, they pay for themselves quite quickly, I guess, if you think about it. So, anywho, I like big wasps. Yeah, I have some big wasps. Some big wasps. I got a 14 round shader out right now. We're probably gonna be using that later. That's from Big Wasp, but their manufacturing is a little on the cheap side. If I pull this needle out right here, now you see this little, I don't know if you guys can see this, there's a little dimple right here. There's a little piece of plastic on both sides. It's as if when they were put through the system, they're like held in like this, and then at the end they kind of wiggle them out and break them off. Well, the Big Wasp ones really poor when they broke them off because they stick out, so you cannot get them in the machine very smoothly or whatnot. So you got to keep like a little knife there to chisel that little chunk off if it gets in the way. So that's kind of the biggest downside for those. Still have a boatload of them though, because I ordered a boatload of them back in the day, so they ain't expired or anything. So I use them when I need them. All right, so we have all of our black pretty much packed in, and we're gonna get some of this deep red and start going around where I left some gaps open here and packing it back the opposite way, and then our background will be ready to go. I guess I'm what you would call a scratcher. Hey man, when would you make another critique tattoo video? I made one today. But Sunday for sure. I know me and Andy, unless Andy's got something going on or something crazy happens before Sunday. But on Sunday, we should be doing our tattoo critique. If you guys want to see something else, if you want us to discuss something, you know, watercolor, black and gray, whatever you want to, let us know. Let me know, and we can do that. It's no problem. Whatever you need. Yeah. I forgot to fill that little spot black. That's okay. Yeah, if you can invest in a wand, I would do it. I would do it. I don't go out and tell everybody to do that because they're not cheap, you know, and they're only going up in price. So for me to tell you that, go buy a wand, you know. Yeah, wands are not cheap. Wand is not cheap, no. But if it's, if you do this, guys, this is the one caveat. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I totally get every aspect. But if you're doing it every day and, you want to try it out or whatever, it's like anybody in their craft, Brian, you invested in tools, I'm sure, right? Plenty of money in tools, and just depends. And you don't need a high-end everything.
Nope.
Some cheap tools will get you by, do just as good. But sometimes maybe you want to try something different, something. But again, if you're thinking your machine is the reason why your work's not where you want it to be, then you're wrong. The machine is not. It will help you. It's a tool, but it is not going to change what you do. Buying a better screwdriver isn't going to make that taking the screw out any different. I mean, maybe it might a little bit, but nothing catastrophic, nothing serious. So, anywho, you kind of don't want to be cheap. You will pay for your events like the line wear and tear don't last, especially. Yeah, sure. I mean, that's absolutely true. I mean, you're gonna, but at the same time, and again, I'm just kind of playing devil's advocate here, guys, both sides. But if you spend $150 on a tattoo machine and it lasts you 4 years, well, it's not bad either, right? You got your money's worth out of it. Sure, that it's going to break and you're going to need a new one, so maybe you have two of them, $250 machines or something, Doesn't mean I've had, these high-end machines will give out too, and then you got to mail them back. They have warranties, but now you're stuck without one, okay? So it is what it is. That's why I have the CNC XWE Plus is my backup machine in case something like that happens. It's on standby, ready to go if I need it. If I have to mail something back, if you will. Alright, where am I? Down here? This might hurt a little bit. Make one quick pass through here. That'll work. Oh, I lied. One more. Okay. Stretch of a key component. Yes, stretching is a big deal. I have the CNC Q2 and love it. I also got 2 of the $30 Hollink wireless power supplies from Amazon, and I couldn't be happier. There you go. What's the CNC Q2 running? I think when I bought it was like $80. It might be a bit more now. That was a while back. I ended up giving that away with those power supplies. There was a giveaway, and I think the guy, I've heard from him since a couple times, but not anytime recently. So I want to say his name was Mike or something like that. He's the one rocking my old Q2. Yeah, it's a good machine. Hard hitting for a 3.5 millimeter stroke machine. That's why I think it was really good for lining and color packing. It was not bad for that either. Putting black in. When it came to black and gray, I didn't really get to do a lot of black and gray, like nice black and gray. I was still kind of doing a lot of black work, if you will, at the time. You could definitely do black and gray, soft shading with it, but again, I didn't do a lot of it with that machine. I paid $135 for the CNC Q2. Or that one. Oh, okay, it's gone up a little bit. All right, it is what it is, I suppose. All right, let's jump. Let's do this spot real quick here, and then I'll go up here. Michigan, right on. Right on. We're in the land of the Ohio State, so yeah. Oh, Michigan boy. Nah, it's all good. I don't really follow that much football anymore. American football, that is. American football. What's up, TJ? Always wanted to go to Michigan, but don't know why. I get you. Oh, here, I'm gonna move the camera a little bit more that way. Boom, 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 boom. Bingo. Yeah, man, be proud of what you got, man. Hunting pen, so I can afford something else possibly in the future. But it's awesome, does everything I need. Exactly, man, exactly. Yeah. That's it. That's just it. That's like my old truck does what I need it to do. I mean, sure, I'd love a 2020, you know, and I don't want to pay for it, that's for sure. But, yeah, it just depends. Do you need something else? I don't know. Might have more luxuries, I suppose, but it's going to do the same sort of thing. Going to take you to work or your stuff, I suppose. Okay. Oh, we're flipping it over. Let me grab another fresh rag here. Okay. How you holding up? Good. Oh, yeah, start looking sweet. Jaw, looking pretty sweet, if I don't say myself. Do you got any tips in becoming a tattoo apprentice? Sure, man. If you go to a shop and you're gonna look for an apprenticeship and you're gonna talk to somebody, I would just expect that be responsible. Show that, in my opinion, you're gonna be around all my stuff. You're gonna be around my clients. You're gonna be around everything. Responsibility is a big deal, you know. Don't act like a child, you know. Be grown up, if you know what I'm saying. And carry yourself properly, okay? I don't care what all the kids are doing. You should carry yourself properly, whatever that means to you, I suppose. The other thing is make sure you're good artistically. I mean, that's big, obviously. I mean, if we don't know, I get people all the time that are like, "Hey, do I have to know how to draw in order to tattoo?" And, I mean, no, you don't have to, right? You don't have to. But don't you think that's going to help you out a lot, right? But you can learn that along the way, right? You're doing it on your own. You can learn it along the way. But you're going to ask for an apprenticeship. You're trying to get somebody to take you on, share their passion, teach you what they know. You need to show responsibility, I guess. Obviously, it's not the easiest thing to do when you say hi to somebody. So you also want to have a portfolio that shows the best that you got. For me, if in my case, I would be looking for ability. Do you have the ability? If you have the artistic ability, teaching a tattoo is just teaching a tattoo. You're gonna have a rough time in the beginning. You're gonna get better. You're gonna get better. You're gonna morph the way you draw a little bit to accommodate your tattooing. And yeah, so you need to be able to draw, okay, or paint, you know, and whatever your medium is, it all translates for the most part into tattooing with training. Be teachable. Be teachable. That's a big thing. Nobody wants to teach a know-it-all, right? Yeah, and I know some people might say, you know, make sure you don't tattoo or they won't want you because you'll learn bad habits and this, that, and the other. I don't really agree with that. If somebody came in here with some fake skin, I wouldn't necessarily come in with a bunch of tattoos you did. I wouldn't show, a bunch of pictures of tattoos you did because they're probably not gonna be the greatest, right? So don't worry about showing them that exactly. But you do want to show what you can do, right? So if you're tattooing, make sure you're just tattooing fake skin, right? Do good work. We looked at some pieces the other day, and he said, "Hey, these are the pieces I got my apprenticeship with," and man, they were banging. They were nice, all right. And it doesn't have to be realism, right? It can be any style that you have. So yeah, whether it's drawing, fake skin, paintings, put together a portfolio. But here's another thing. If you're looking for an apprenticeship, and somebody just shows up here, and I don't know them, I've never seen them from Adam, you know, or don't know them from Adam and whatnot, and they want an apprenticeship, it's kind of unlikely. I don't know you, right? How are you going to get to know a tattoo artist? Unfortunately, I mean, for maybe you in your pocketbook, is you got to get tattooed by them. And it's not because they're like, oh, I'm not apprenticing you until you give me money through a tattoo. It's just naturally going to get to know somebody. You're going to sit there and talk to them. Now you've built in some sort of rapport. And then, you know, you can talk to them. They might be like, yeah, I'm not looking for anything like that. That's fine, right? Or at least you have a rapport with them. Come back in there. But if you're just going shop to shop to shop, you're going to have a harder time. It's already hard enough. You probably know that if you're asking that question. And I'm sure there's other people in the chat that can give you plenty more advice on that topic. I'll stop rambling about it. And yeah, I wish you all the best of luck. That's pretty much why we started this channel, was to help you guys, the ones who really wanted an apprenticeship, really wanted a tattoo. But obviously, if you're in a small town and there's one shop, kind of like here, I mean, we got Ashtabula, which has a, you know, 5 or 6 shops, or 3 or 4 probably, in Connie out in Geneva and whatnot. But in here, in Jefferson, there are none, right? I'm the only one, but I'm not on the street. I'm tucked away, so I don't get that street traffic. Oh, it's like right here. So there's that. So yeah, that's again why we kind of started this channel. For mainly the people I wanted to help were people who were in a situation they couldn't get an apprenticeship. Maybe you got a couple kids and spending every waking moment in a shop for $0 just doesn't work for you. I get that. So, and it's just kind of snowballed to where we are today. All right. So, thank you for the talk on apprenticeship. I'm from California. I've been pushing it off for fear of no one taking me on. I understand that, but you're never going to get anywhere if you don't get out there. You're never going to get anywhere. But again, you got to have a product, right? You got to have it, right? I'm no basketball player, so if I show up at a court trying to get play basketball or something, I don't got no skill whatsoever, who the heck's going to want to play with me, right? So probably a horrible analogy, but you get it. You got to have something to offer. All right, so looks like now we're going to jump in. Since I'm already in red, I'm going to come over here, do this red, and then we'll jump to blue, do blue, blue, and then we'll do our center in here, and just kind of go from there. I get it, I just haven't made the switch yet. Oh, okay. Oh wait, no, wrong person. Sure. All right. Start that away. Doing all right, Brian?
Yeah, doing real good.
Cool. Alrighty, so we'll clean these needles out real quick and we'll get prepped for some lighter reds. Okay. All right. Now, wherever I want to put a white highlight, guys, I'm leaving that space. So I'm working around this one spot. So I'm going to go back and just put a tiny white line there. And if you can leave that space open, that white's going to pop a little bit more than it would. And you could use a smaller needle grouping if you wanted to, and something like this. 15 is probably a little bit large, but I just manipulate the mag to work for me. Okay, we got another highlight hiding out in this one, so we're gonna try to leave another opening. Hey, good luck, Rosemary. I do truly wish you good luck, alright? Take your time, don't be in a rush. If it's not going smoothly, or you're like, what or anything happens, just stop what you're doing, let it heal, come back to it. Everybody will be happier for it, I promise. But who knows? Maybe you'll smash it out of the park. Alright, let's see here. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, I'm gonna take this same red. We're gonna put it up here where we want this red. Let's see, we got another white highlight coming in here, so we'll leave room for that. Ottawa. Oh, Ottawa. Wow. Huh. Shows how much I can read. Aloha from Hawaii. Right on, man. Dave is flying. Oh, you guys think I'm fast? Hey, right on. I feel like I'll just move like I feel like molasses anytime I'm tattooing. I'm just moving along. Da, da, da. For all you guys that tattoo color, man, you already know we'd be so much faster if doggone ink wasn't such a pain in the butt to keep wiped clean all the time. But tis what it is, I suppose. Let's see. Okay. Leave our white highlight area open. Hey guys, if you want to give the video a like, I'd appreciate it. Share it if you want. Do whatever. But thank you nonetheless for just being here, guys. It's awesome. I feel like we got company while we're tattooing, you know. You're welcome, Rosemary. It sure does. Okay. All right. Just double check, make sure we're not missing anything. We're good. Hey, babe. I think I finally am gonna switch down to a smaller needle. Just make my life a little bit easier. Okay, I'm now switching to a 7 curved mag. Just to make my life a little bit easier up in here. You could also just go ahead and use a round shader in here as well. Whatever works, really. The boss is back, guys. Best behavior, best behavior, best behavior. I am trying to get fired around here. I might want to use a round shader here. It'd be easier if we were just filling it all in, but to leave a little gap for the white means we gotta move a little bit slower. About a heartbeat away, I'm gonna have to. Oh, looks like that highlight ends right about here. Sweet. Sweet. Any questions in there? Cool. Gotta rotate the table here.
Rosemary wants to know, how long does white actually last?
Well, it lasts just like any other color. Just depends on whose skin you put it in and how you put it in, really. Will depend on how long you see it for. Pale skin is what is going to hold the best white, and it's just the way it is, you know. If you're a bit darker, I wouldn't really monkey with it too much. What's up, man?
Contrasted ink says my wife likes to walk in and try to point out mistakes while I'm
Oh
tattooing.
man, oh boy, brutal. Now there have been a few times I've been pretty hyped on a tattoo, and she'll point something out, and it's so crazy how you don't even notice it. You know, you're just what? So focused on everything. Yeah, that's what they like to do now, huh?
David wants to know what voltage are you running at?
Good name, David. I'm running at 6.4 volts. 6.4 volts. 6.4 volts on the critical wireless power supply, but it doesn't matter what power supply you had in here. I would still run probably the same voltage. Yeah.
There's a few people saying that their wives do the same thing.
Yeah, I think it's just the way it goes, huh? They're the first to want to critique you, and they're the first to want to tattoo me. Yeah. But then again, if it weren't for my wife, I wouldn't be tattooing. She encouraged me to do this. I thought it was ludicrous at the age of like 30 to get into tattooing. Getting out of the Marine Corps, and you know, I'm supposed to do a normal job. I gotta do. But opportunity, which was a horrible opportunity, but it panned out, right?
It did.
It did pan out, but nonetheless, you gotta take risks sometimes.
Western Australia.
Yeah, we got people from all over the place today.
Daylight is just breaking there.
Oh, right on. Okay, well, thanks for being here, then.
Have you tried triple white?
No, but are they talking about dynamic triple white?
It just says, has anyone tried triple white, and what is the difference if you have?
Well, I don't know. I've not tried it.
Okay, somebody answered back saying triple white packs a bit easier because it has triple the pigment, but will clog small needle groupings.
Ah, there you go. Okay. That sounds about right. Come on, color. Get out of the way. go with this base color, and then we'll come back with. Hey, just want to say thanks again, guys. Thanks for everybody being here, guys, gals, whatever. It's been fun. Big thanks to Brian, man, sitting like a champ here as I just grind away at this color, you know.
Michael asks, can you add water to any color to dilute it and make different tones of it?
Yeah, pretty much. I learned that the other day. Yup, pretty much. I mean, like you do gray wash. Yup, same thing. And I didn't realize that. That's where I was staying away from the whole watercolor thing, 'cause I wasn't quite sure. I even read a little book, but it didn't really clear things up. But now I got to talk to Andy B. He's monkeyed with that stuff, and yeah, that's pretty much what you do. And boy, oh boy, monkey with watercolor, once you just, and it didn't take very long, once you get a little bit of time with it, you realize that it's a lot of fun actually, and it's not too terribly hard. I just treated it, he was saying, treat it like you're shading black and gray. And, you know, water your tones down or whatever, dip into color, make the color you want, and then go into the water, dilute it a little bit, and yep, that's what did it. And it worked out. I enjoyed it. I liked it a lot actually. One more pass over this. So yep, that'll work. It worked for me anyhow. I hope it works for you. You gotta monkey around with it though. I mean, that's what I said. We can do a stream where we talk about that kind of thing if you want to learn more about it. We can get Andy there too. He's got obviously more experience with the watercolor than I do. So yeah, just let us know. Make that happen, guys. Make that happen. Whatever you want to see, pretty much, within reason. Alright, let me give this a little wipe down so I can see what I'm doing again. Oh, I'm gonna need more towel.
I can down for a reason.
Yeah. I'll learn whatever somebody wants to teach. Hey, that is a good mentality. That's a good mentality, guys. I feel that. I understand that. Okay, I didn't get back into that color again. You want to stretch your arm a little bit, Brian? You good? All right. Let's see, I did miss a couple spots up there, and a bravo. Okay, I'll come up in here real quick. Well, bam, well, bam. Hey guys, give the you wanna take a second, give the stream a like. I appreciate it, guys and gals. Just smack it a like a button. Spreads the word. And ultimately, thank you all for being here. Like I said, I will try to live stream more often when possible. Some tattoos just aren't in the greatest position to live stream, you know, different locations of the body and whatnot. And, you know, not everybody wants to have their wants to be on camera, you know, or even their body part or limb to be on camera. So, but we will for whoever will let us.
Michael says, when working a tattoo that has black and color, is it best to pack all black, take a break, then do color, or pack both as you go along?
I'm not sure what you're saying, but if you're talking about should you start with black and then do all your color, then the answer would be yes from me anyhow. For the most part, I will still, like we did here, we put some of the bottom in, the colors in the bottom of the, like the tubes running down, just so that section was done and I could work up here. But 90% of the time you work from, you want to work from dark to light so that you're not muddying up your lighter tones. That's the theory anyhow. If that's what you're kind of getting at. Let's see here.
So Smoke's wife asks, can people use a ruler to cheat straight lines?
Not a chance in this world. Not a chance. Good question. Good question.
He says my wife, not me.
Yeah, no, I did. I had a thumbnail and I put that like a ruler on there, because I remember thinking it too. Oh man, it's so funny. Cause absolutely, I remember thinking, why don't they just throw a line and then they can just follow that? You do that, your line is going to be curved all day long. It does not work that way, unfortunately.
Somebody's gonna ask. Brent says, my wife does fine with black and gray and white highlights, but has an allergic reaction to all colored ink. Has anyone else come across this problem?
All colored ink? Allergic to all colored ink?
Yeah, he says that. Let's see if I can find it.
Closer. Wow, that stinks if you're allergic to all colored ink. The resolution on this stream is weak.
It doesn't like to heal and it rejects the ink and gets all red.
Well, it could be application issues. You might, I mean, I could be wrong if it's been done by a professional, or I'm not saying any disrespect to you. Just want to confirm that it's not user error, you know? That is definitely a thing, whether we like it or not. Let's see, make sure I get this right.
And he says that was the first color she had a reaction to was red, so they stopped doing the red ink and...
Yeah, red's usually, if there's going to be a reaction to a color, and your skin's going to be red.
And then she had a reaction to purple, green, and blue.
Oh, jeez. Wow, that just stinks, man. What was the question now? I don't remember what the question was.
Has anyone had a problem with them being allergic to all colors?
I've not. I've seen allergic reaction to red, not by me, but in the shop I was working at. And it really, they had to go to the hospital, and it had to be redone, the tattoo. It really messed it up. They did it with a different color than red once everything healed out. But, yeah, no, I've not had that. And there's really not, as far as I'm aware, maybe somebody can shed some light on this, there's really not any way to know in advance whether someone's going to have a reaction to a red or whatnot. But again, maybe somebody can educate me because I'm not aware of it. What? Can you change the music? I don't know what the heck this is. I don't even know what this is. Okay, we're gonna put some gray back there later. Okay, looks like we're down. No, let me get some black down here real quick. Just go to the top. Oh, actually, go down like 3 songs from the top. Because there was one in there that was kind of goofy. Yeah, sure, this is good. Okay, got that. Let's jump over here. We'll do the same process, but with our blues now. Clean off some needles. Da-da-da. Okay, there's that one. Let's clean this one out. All right, thank you.
The other boys like that.
Oh, some more for me.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Bam, 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 bam. Tattoo in the at least you're in the studio. I tattoo in the dining area. Hey man, I tattooed in the dining area. Talk shit about the dining area. I ate there too. But no, I get it. You gotta start somewhere, man. And there's so much information out there now. It's not the same as it used to be. Okay, now we're on to blues. All right. Same process. Let's see, are we good in there? I'm going to rotate you. Another awkward position. Bingo. Okay, let me zoom in on this. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, and then we're up here. Again, if I'm going to have white in here, I'm going to do my best to leave an open space for the white. Just makes it go in better, pop better, you know, and it gives it a better chance of lasting longer. Okay, let's see. Now we'll go over here. All right, we'll start over here, I guess. Okay, I've switched over to that 14 round shader just because I know it's going to make this much quicker. I was being stubborn for a while there. But heck with it. Yes, this is a Big Wasp cartridge. Like I said, I'm not a biggest fan of them because of their construction, how they're built. They have a hard time going in and out of machines sometimes. Um, but I did order a boatload of them a while back before I found out I'm not the biggest fan of them. So I have them, and I have them in some sizes that I don't use all the time, but it's nice to have them. So yeah, this is a 14 round shader from Big Wasp. They're not bad. They're not bad. I don't think they stay the sharpest either, personally. Um, but I usually don't use them for like large, copious areas. I have used them though, actually, and it really seemed like it was so much harder over time to get the ink to saturate the way I wanted. I think it was they just got dull quick, and I could be wrong. Um, but for a short period of time, not bad. I mean, I've lined an entire back with one of these. Actually, I think I used two, an entire upper back, that is, and they did all right. So, take it for what it is. The S series, I'm not sure. I have to look at the box. It's been a while, guys. I know that they had several different series. I don't think these are their newest series, so good point to bring that up because that does make a difference. I am sure of that. Okay. Dave, you're starting to sound a little like Bob Ross, a little blue here and a little blue there. yeah, it's a kind of feels like at times, you know. Bob Ross had some sweet hair though. Not that I could ever wear that hair. I didn't get no hair. God didn't give me no hair. He gave me the ability to grow a beard, but I prefer to have a head of hair if I'm being completely honest. So now I watch TV and I just get mad at people who have nice hair. I'm a George Clooney fanboy. Not really. I don't really follow anything he does, but I love his hair. And remember wanting that gray in my hair, even as a young person. Like, oh, that's cool. That's cool. Well, I get some gray, but I don't have any hair. You know, comes in on the sides. So if I wear a hat, I can like make it look like I have a lot of hair, really. But anyhow, woe is me. Like, what are you gonna do? Get over it and just start cutting it off. Who cares? It doesn't really matter much. Yeah, I guess so. You know, and it's funny. God, if I could speak. Yeah, I think the military is part of the reason why I have no hair. Between just the BS of the job and stress, and then just wearing a hat all the time. I don't think my head had any time to breathe. Just transplanted it to my chin, I guess. I don't know. I don't mind it, but dang. That's well, you know what? I use that. What I use for a shampoo. Yeah, when you have no hair, you don't need shampoo. That's true. That's true. But you do gotta wash your head and all that jazz. I use that stuff that's one product that does everything. It's like oil in your car, soap for your hands, your face. You can shave with it. It's 16 in one or whatever kind of products, and just what probably TMI anyhow. All right, let's see. Okay, so we got that going there. HVAC system. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. You're staring at a one-off, one of a kind. All right. I know I scoured the internet. There was trying to get inspired by other, HVAC style tattoos. All right, what is out there? There ain't diddly out there. So, yeah, now there's a couple things out there. I wonder how I can make this stream. No one's typed this in, but I wonder how I can make the stream look less like a potato. I'm watching it too, and they're so glitchy. So glitchy. I don't know. Maybe it's time to upgrade my phone or something. I'm not sure, but it's not the greatest quality. Sorry about that, guys. I just kind of starting to realize that the quality is not the greatest. So hopefully you can see a little bit of what I'm doing. If not, just thanks for hanging out, all 77 of you guys. If you want to drop a like on the video, that'd be cool. I'm sure you guys already have, though. Oh, okay, it looks good. All right. Thanks, contrasted. Okay, good to hear, Smoke. I'm glad it's working, looking good on the TV, man. That's how I watch YouTube most of the time. I grew up with, I don't know. I remember when YouTube was not like it is today. You just went on there and searched stuff, and I learned how to play instruments, and like so many other people nowadays, we fix our cars like we were talking about before off YouTube and everything. So I watch YouTube. I don't watch like tattooing stuff on YouTube because after you do it enough, you just kind of watch other stuff. You don't want to come home or go watch TV and watch all the same stuff you just did all day. Sometimes I do though. Sometimes I got stuck into some Ink Master the other day. I'm like, come on, why am I doing this? But it is what it is. But now I watch YouTube on my TV. It's the way to do it. I even pay the $10 a month to not get ads. Jeez, this color is just
Tough to keep up, huh?
yeah. Some of these colors are super pigmenty, so they're thick and. All the ads are political. Everything's political. Everything's political. I have my own beliefs, but I try to keep that to myself. I think the world lacks common sense, and I'll leave it at that. If you're in the United States, make sure you go vote in the midterms. Okay. Drugs are bad, okay? Smoke says they're all lying hookers. Oh shit, that's funny. Okay. I don't care what political side you're on. That's a true statement right there. They're out there just working for the whoever's gonna pay them the most money, huh? That's close enough to a hooker for me. All right, new towel. This thing off. Yeah, stretch your arm out free for a minute.
Just my ass.
Yeah. Staying in one spot that long. Okay, can't read out again. Get back to work here. Learned everything on this channel. Right on, Soul Society. Right on. Looks sweet, brother. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. We're boogieing along now. We're boogieing along. Okay, we're gonna rotate just for a second over here. I think you're contortioning there. Thanks for sticking around, guys. Thanks for hanging out. This is, geez, technically this is the third live stream of the day. I went live this morning to try to knock out some more tattoo critiques and say hi to you guys, and then we went live to do the lining on this, and we took a break and got some color laid out, and then came back and started putting that color in. So yeah, thanks for being here, guys. Sticking it out. So I heard Andy B was tattooing some names, and a couple of ice cream cones. What else you guys been doing? Anybody tattooing today? Anybody knock anything out? Anything you want to report back about? We'll give it a few. The only thing is I like that. Learned everything on the channel. Okay, yeah. We'll wait shit out here. Alright, now we're gonna dip into a little bit of black wash here. Get some highlight dark spots here. No darker than that one. That should work. What inks are you using, Dave? Can you explain weaved magnum from CNC police car? I don't know. I don't know. Use a weave mag. I know what that is. Back in the day, I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong if anybody's a bit smarter than me. They used to take a razor blade and lay the needles out, and then they would take the razor blade and run it through them, so they were weaved. That is my understanding of weaved magnums. That's about all I know. That is all I know about that. Okay, let's see what y'all. Let's get this real quick here. Okay, we'll come around over here. Are you gonna do a shadow behind the wires? Yes. Yes, I am. There's gonna be a little bit of gray shading out here as well around like the skin spots and whatnot. But yeah, we're gonna do a little drop shadow. It's not a realistic piece, but I want to, why not give it some forms of reality in it? Yeah. Okay, I want to double check. I think we're good with blue now. All right, so we're going to be going to some metal tones, if you will. To the brass. I'm guessing that's like a brass yellow or something like that. So that is what we're doing next. Probably going to hit most of it with like a base coat of a yellow and then go back and shape it in. How much for this guy to fix my AC, huh? That's like asking probably how much for a tattoo, Like, what the heck's wrong with you? What's a service call to come out and take a look at it?
Yeah, they vary,
There you go, varies even on that, huh?
All depends.
There you go. Same with the tattooing.
Yeah.
It's like, how about just for a sleeve? I just want a sleeve. How much for that? When people ask how much for a sleeve, I ask them how much for a car. It's the same thing.
Depends on what kind of quality you're looking for.
What do you want?
There's a range.
What do you want? What do you want? I get it though. I mean, there was definitely a time when I probably would have asked, "Hey, how much for a sleeve?" And a lot of times people are looking for ballpark prices, but you can't even give a ballpark price on a sleeve. To be honest, I mean that's how much to install it. My air conditioner unit, my A coil or something. Good luck.
Right.
Good luck. All right. Let's try. Okay. Base coat of yellow and come back into it. I think that's how you spell it. What's going on here? I wouldn't mind knowing what inks. What inks am I using? I'm sorry, guys. We're using pretty much all Eternal. I believe the blue. Yeah, the blue up in here, the mid blue, is Intense. Boom, boom, boom. I think I got 2 Intense bottles, and the rest is Eternal. Yeah. And majority of it's Eternal. Wait, is this one Intense too, or is this Fusion? Yeah, okay, it's all Intense. Intense and Eternal. My black is Dynamic. All right. Go ahead and drop some yellow in here real quick. Again, this is just our base tone. We're going to come back and shape it. We're just going to kind of get a base tone of yellow in here. Andy, all for standing cash and playing with and grinding. What? Look over something about cow shit with a knife standing. Like, I better get back to work. I don't know what the hell's going on over there. Golly, come on now. Yeah, that's an alley. Andy, we were supposed to be talking about tattoos. Instead, we were talking about cows and cow shit. All right, right on. Nothing wrong with that. I think California is currently trying to ban cows and cow shit. So there you got that. Plus, I think they found out people were having fun too. So take that away. we'll jump over here real quick. Keeping them I just got home from my own job as an A-Tech, and to see you doing this awesome. Seeing you doing this is awesome. Great looking so far. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. When packing color, do you travel over the black outlines? You can. You can. That black is dark enough. At first, you might be like, oh no, look. See, like if you look right here, I'll even wipe this off for you. Oh, maybe not. See, when you wipe it off, it kind of clears itself up a little bit. But you might see that, oh no, that yellow's, it's in there with your black, but your black is so much darker that when it's, once it calms down, you're not going to see that yellow shining through the black. I mean, it's just not going to happen. I guess unless you really sat there and packed it the hell in. No, not once here. When I say come back to shape it, no, I mean, when I pack this yellow in, I'm going to go back with a few darker tones just around the edges to shape it, give it its curl. But no, only one quick pass over these. We got plenty of time to continue working in the skin. Except for a few Starbright colors that I can't live without, I use the same ink brands. Yeah, Starbright is my white. I use Starbright white, and that's if I usually have right now. I got way more white poured than I need. I got like 6 little caps of white. I don't need that many, but I'd rather have it, not need it, than need it and have to stop what I'm doing and go pour it. Deglove and do all that jazz. So yeah. Yep, Starbright's not bad. I think it was, who put me on Starbright? Somebody put me on Starbright White. Oh gosh, its name's at the tip of my tongue. He's on YouTube as well. Shoot, why can't I think of his name? He's out of California, I do believe. Boy, I can't think of it right now. I might think. If I think of it, I'll say it. But at the moment, I'm drawing a blank. But yeah, I remember he was on one of my back in the day. Well, not that long ago when we did. I was interviewing different people or having them on the channel, and I was having problems with white. I don't remember what I was using at the time, and he suggested. He said I use Starbright White, and I like it, yada yada. So next day I ordered some, and I've liked it since. But again, I don't have enough experience with other brands of white to really sit here and, die on that hill of, yeah, Starbright White's the best white. I can't say that at all, not even with much confidence. Okay, so now we're going to sculpt this sucker. It was not Tyler. Tyler's in Pennsylvania. He's right next door. He's just a bit further, about, I don't know, he's probably like 6 or 7 hours away. You travel right up to the black line, right over. I'm just catching up on some words here. Let me send. Looking good. That's coming out super nice, Dave. Keep up the good work. I love your channel. I'm learning a lot, and this is my favorite channel. Awesome. Thank you so much, Humble J. Appreciate you, man. Really do. Really do. No, he's out of, I think, LA or something like that. I think he's opening his own shop right now soon. It's been a while. I follow him on Instagram, but I'm not really on that often anymore. But okay, moving on. I'm going to grab a little bit of this here. Come on now, let go of that. And a little bit of that, and then we'll do 2 layers. We'll do this tone and then up to the next tone. Well, actually, that's not really getting that much. Let's go straight up to the next tone. Is anybody else? No, it's gone. There we go. There we go. Get a little bit of dirty brass sort of a look here. If I can keep the doggone color out of the way. I think color would be much more fun to do, and I'm sure a lot of you would agree, if the dang stuff wasn't so messy. But hey, black and gray work is super much easier to clean, and that is because it's watered down, it's thinned out, so wiping is so much easier. But color's a lot of fun. It's just fun to do. It's fun to watch color just kind of a piece come together. Have you tried using Kurosumi? I used it one time a while back, and I don't remember disliking it. I think I liked it. Yeah. No, it was alright. I think I used I think I used one of their gray wash. It was like a medium gray wash or something like that. I can't exactly recall at this moment. That was several years ago. I think I was still in my apprenticeship at that time. Or part of the apprenticeship. This is what I do, guys. So I keep a rag with some green soap on it just off to the side here. And when I've wiped and it's just kind of smearing it around, I want to get it real clean, I just grab that, I make a couple passes over the skin, it takes the bulk of it off, and then I can get back to it. But I don't like to wipe with green soap. It irritates the skin over time if you just sit there and constantly were to wipe with it and then tattoo right over top of that. Oof. I did that in the beginning and learned the hard way. The longer you can keep your clients lasting in a tattoo, the more you can get done and the more detail you can put in, if you're into that. So anyhow, okay, after I do this, we're going to come back with just one more light layer with a brown, and because once you've gone over an area one time, the pores are open, and so it takes much less effort to get the ink into the skin once you've been over it one. Oh, geez, my voice keeps breaking this evening. Makes it much easier, if that makes sense. Okay, good. No, we're still good. Hurricane. Hey, that's cool that somebody come home, turn it on, do a little tattoo and education, and find their HVAC gauges being tattooed. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, real cool.
Yeah. Okay, now we're going to jump to our brown, and with the brown, we will be finishing these. We'll be finishing the brass off. I only use a needle for white. Yeah, that's the way to go, Humble J. Get a fresh needle for your white. Don't let it be messed with cleaning them and whatnot. Needles aren't aren't exactly the cheapest thing, but you spend all that time on a tattoo to just use a dirty needle to try to pack in something super pure. It's just not worth it. Okay. I don't remember what the heck I was doing. Alright, got some water on here. Okay, now we're gonna just put a little bit of brown. Just a little bit of brown in pretty much in all the same spots, just less, so just right up on the edge. Bam. So that's why when I was making my first pass in here with the yellow, I was just kind of putting that mainly just in the middle. Just mainly, not worry about getting up tight to the edges, because I knew I was going to be coming back in here with a couple other shades, so no point in beating that area up more than you have to. It already burns enough. Not going to notice this too much, but just enough to give it a little bit more curl or whatnot. That way, if the yellow heals light, you'll still have the effect because of the burnt orange and the brown here. You'll still have the sort of rounded look. Okay. Oh, forgot this wire. Okay. Yep. We'll jump over here. Hey, thanks to all 70 of you guys who are still sticking around. I appreciate it. Doobie time. Smoke. I guess you don't get a name like Smoke, and if you ain't got a little doobie time going on, I guess. Yeah. I gave up the doobie about a year ago, guys, and I'm far more productive. But I do miss the awesome thoughts and the prolific. Yeah. It's just getting a little too unproductive in business and everything else. Maybe if I was a little more disciplined at times, then maybe not, but anything in life has to be done in balance. Actually, it doesn't have to be done anyway. You can do whatever the heck you want to do about it. It's dab time, Smoke. Woo! Woo! Wild child. Okay. That is taken care of. You want to stretch your arm out for a minute there? Yeah. Stretch it out for a minute. How we doing, guys? I see Smoke. I quit cigs, and this was a replacement. I quit cigs too, man. I quit cigs, and the doobie time, if you will, as well. Also changed my life around. Went to church, found God, kind of changed me as altogether, I guess. And before you knew it, I just didn't feel like doing it anymore. So yeah, that's my story there. All right, so what are we on to now? Next, we're gonna get out some gray wash a little bit and put a little gray wash back here real light, a little bit here, just to give it the silver effects. And then we'll put a couple of greens in here. Apparently there's something there that greenish looking. So, all right, we are coming along, guys, coming along. All right, let's get this. What color am I doing? Gray. I'm doing gray. Okay. Should be Alright guys, just cleaning some needles, getting everything set up for the next stage here. Next stage. Good lord. What, did you get any withdrawals when you quit? No. No. That's what I tell people. Like, and here's the thing, and I don't know where exactly I stand 100% is, I think, what are we going to call this? I'm going to say doobie time, just so YouTube doesn't hate me for it. I think it's great for a lot of people. I think it has really good effects. I will say that regardless of what I do with it, because I don't use it anymore. But I know it saved me in a weird time in my life after the Marine Corps. It allowed me to open up and talk when it was really not going to happen. So I absolutely encourage it to some people if they ask me, and maybe that's wrong. I really don't know, but it's just my thoughts. Okay. I think it has good health benefits. I really do. Really, really do. So that for what that is. And this is just a gray wash, guys. Just a gray wash. I know it looks like it's colored, or but it has just got a few drops of white in it to kind of give it the visual gray wash look, okay? But it's gonna go in opaque, non-opaque, if you will. So you're still gonna be able to see through it, but then when it heals, it'll heal like a gray wash would heal. And this is a 6-drop, I think, gray wash. To be honest, when I quit that, I actually went to that Delta crap for a while, and that did help me quit. Just kind of gave me something similar. But nah, I'm good now. The hardest part was quitting smoking, if I'm being honest. That was cigarettes was hard. I vape, and I try to kind of do that smartly, if you will. Not all the time. Let me see if I can give this a few more streaks. Streak there. Get a little streak right here. So yeah, cigarettes was way harder in my opinion to quit smoking. But it don't bother me at all. I thought that it was gonna bother me being around people who smoke. Not a bit, man. Not one iota. Not a bit. But like I said, I vape, and I think that's what helped. Jesus, voice. That's what really helped me though, was vaping. I might quit that too. I don't know. I'll know when it's time. Okay, jump over to this one. And the other thing with this gray wash is when it heals, it's going to heal like gray wash. So it's going to lighten up, and it's going to have a bit more of like a grayish tone than it does now. Which is going to achieve what I wanted to achieve. And I'm just pendulum motioning this. Now I'm not using my shader. If I was using the shader, my approach would be a bit different. Maybe even a little bit slower. But this is the packer, so it's hitting a bit harder. So I'm moving a little bit faster. It puts it in. It hurts a little bit more going in, but it does do it a lot quicker. That's why the number of passes definitely depends on the type of machine you're using, the stroke you're using, how quick your hand is moving. Okay. I'll put a little gray in this guy here. Just on the one side, probably. That works. And then we'll come to this middle section here, and it looks like we got a little something here in the middle. Work. Okay, now we're going to dip into some of these greens over here and just put in a few little green spots. I'm going to save that needle now. Let's use that later. Let's see, this is light green, so light green is going to be right here. Let's start with that. This number here. Okay, I'll put another thing on the other side. Worst part of getting a tattoo as a tradesman is you are going to pass that on something this week. Yeah, I bet you. He knows. He knows.
Be a nice sheet metal cut across the here pretty soon.
Right.
Yeah.
Luckily, we got more to go on this arm, so next time we see it,
You'll be patching up
we'll
the
be
scar.
exactly. We'll be patching stuff up. Tis what it is. Okay. Alrighty. Now we're gonna put a little bit. Just watching for tattoos. I just got a tattoo yesterday. Awesome, Sarah. Sweet. What'd you get? How did that tattoo go? Just watching for tattoos. Tips. Been working at a tattoo place. All right. What tattoo did you get? Let's hear about it, right? All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean this out. We're gonna put a little gray around the outside, little wash, and then we'll hit it with white, and we should be done. Let me wipe you off here real quick. Give us a fresh start. Alrighty, yeah, let's see. Nice. Let's get a look. Give everybody a look. See what we got going on thus far, guys. This is where we're at. Oh yeah, it's looking sweet. All right. So I'm gonna put some shading around the skin on the outside. Just, we're not going for anything crazy effect, but just a little bit, Cross for my grandpa. Cool, man. Cool. Well, man, whatever. Cool, for sure. Nice. Well, thanks for hanging out here, Sarah. Always glad to have somebody, no matter who you are, where you're from. All right. Here we go. All right, actually, we're going to start down here at the bottom down here, just with a little bit. Oh, actually, let me see. Yeah, work. I'll be quick here. Big shout to... Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Woo, here we go. God dang on bone, yeah. It's all right there on the bone, too. Huh. How Trelawney. Okay, I got that spot. I'll flatten you back out right there. Boop, 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 boop. Does the arm hurt? I want to get my next one on there. So you want to get it on the top. So this is like the top of the forearm, and then it rolls into the bottom. So I'd say that. What do you say, Brian? Of the two spots you've had, is there a side that hurt a little bit worse than the other?
Yeah, the underside.
The underside. That's
yeah.
Yep, that's usually the way it is. This is a little bit more coarse, more calloused, or just hardened, if you will. Yep. So maybe get one on the outside of your arm. It hurts less there. And again, we're just kind of doing a little bit on the outside just to give it the little bit of an effect. Nothing crazy here. I went to get one on my forearm, but my husband wasn't sure where on the arm. What? Oh, okay. I got you. Your husband. Okay, I got you. I read that funky. What the hell? I thought you said your husband wasn't on your forearm. I'm like, what? I don't understand what you're saying. I'm not the quickest person in the world, so. Well, thanks all 86 of you guys for being here. Appreciate it. If you guys wouldn't mind, give the old stream here a like. Appreciate it. Supports what we're doing. Gets it spread around a little bit more, which always appreciate that. All right, I think we're gonna put our little drop shadows in here. So this is gonna come across from here. I'm just going to lightly kind of start working this in here from here. Who come up with the piece you're doing? I did. Me and my wife did. Just kind of found the, took a real set of gauges and just kind of lined them in the style that I decided to go with, kind of like a real, colorful sort of pop. Not quite like traditional, but not realistic. Didn't want it to go too crazy, match the other tattoos he has and whatnot. So that was kind of the idea. But now me and my wife, she helps tremendously. I've been lost. I get distracted. I'll start watching TV or something. She'll snap me back out of it, and because I do the tattoo stuff at night. That's what I do at night, every night. Especially if I get busy, it's just tattoo design at night, tattoo during the day, or hang out or help out, whatever, whatever's going on. But yeah, she is a big help. And my family has supported me along the way. I really didn't expect that. I kind of thought they were going to call me crazy, but they may have thought I was crazy, but they supported me, and that's what matters. So yeah. Would you help me create my dream tattoo? Sarah, unfortunately, there's so much time in creating a tattoo. Even if you look at tattoo, you're like, oh, that's simple. Well, the one I'm working on right now has 4 hours. It doesn't look like 4 hours, but you know what I mean? Just in coming up with it, right? So, you're gonna have a hard time getting people. Now, somebody will design a tattoo for you if you're gonna get the tattoo from them. And, sometimes they might require a deposit just to confirm you're not going to take that tattoo, and they're going to design you something and you don't show up, right? So they might have you put a deposit down. That's not abnormal. And yeah, because you spend time doing it, you don't want somebody to just take the design, run off, and let somebody else tattoo it. And that just ends up being disrespectful and what have you. So yeah, so unless you're around here, Sarah, and you want to book an appointment, then you would have to DM me on Instagram or Facebook. That's the best way. Let's see, Michael, what machine are you using? This is the Bishop Wand Packer with the Critical Wires power supply running at 6.4 volts. I've been running this thing all day. All day, as long as you guys have been here in the last stream. And we are currently at 64. I'm looking at the minutes. At about 75%. So I think we're good on the drop shadow for now. We'll come back under here. We'll start working this area. Normally for this kind of work, personally, I prefer the shader. But because I'm not doing a lot of shading, I will, I'm just going to get the spot right here and then we'll move that. Yeah, so I'm not doing a lot of shading. We're just putting just a hint of a little bit of a shadow out here along the outside. I know you can definitely use this for shading, and I mean I am technically, but for right now I just really like the shader for shading. Who'd have thunked it? What do you think about Injecta? Did you say Injecta? Never used them. Are they worth the price tag? No, I don't think any. Critical or the B, it's tricky. If you're getting into tattooing, I wouldn't monkey with it. They're $250 a battery. I mean, you can get a battery that, it might last you a year, it might not. Hard to say, but you can get one of those for $60, right? But for me, this is what I do. So it's worth it to me to have something like this. I don't need it, right? I don't need it. And plus, they were sent to me a while back, so I mean, it's not like I'm not going to go out and buy them, if that makes sense. Just because I think they performed just as good as the $30 set I had when I started, a battery pack. But again, it's your craft, you decide what's important to you. What do you want to invest in? Do you need a $250 battery? I don't know. Maybe. Does that make sense to you? Sure. I don't know. I can't sit here and tell you I would have spent the money on them. You have a stigma and you love it. There you go. Master Pro 4mm stroke is a good starter. There you go. What time did you guys start? Oh, I don't know. Like, we started around probably 1:30 by the time we started lining. And then we took about a 30-minute break after we did the lining. So, I don't know. Feels like we've been at this forever, but... Tattooing takes time. And then, obviously, I'm a little bit slower today because I'm talking to you guys and looking over at the chat and whatnot. But I confirmed before we started that Brian didn't have anywhere he really had to be, which is cool because I was hoping we'd get to stream this one just because it's cool and different and, you know. So, yep, we've been at it for a little while now. But that's the thing with color work, in my opinion. It just takes time. It just freaking takes time. The moment you try to rush these things, the moment, you know, they start to come out looking like potatoes, you know. The boss is back, guys. She snuck in. I saw her, but I didn't even process. So we're back on our best behavior, guys and gals. She's reading the comments right now, so it better be nice.
I don't know if you got this question, but it says, is that your gray wash with drops of white in it,
Sure
or
is.
actual gray?
Nope, that's my gray wash with drops of white in it. And I know a lot of people are like, that's opaque. It's opaque. It's not opaque. It's not opaque, I promise. Dear Lord. It's not opaque. So, it might look like a gray, which you're not used to seeing, but what happens is there's 2 drops of black, which is very potent, okay? The rest is filled up with water, and then, or, you know, before you fill it up with water, you put 5 or 6 drops, just depends on how you want it to appear, of white in it. Then the rest is water. So again, it's washed out. It is washed out. Okay, I hope that makes sense. I have a whole video on this, and I had a lot of people who were, and I get it. It might not be exactly what you're used to, but no, I really like that little bit of white in my gray wash. It makes a big difference to me. So yeah.
Do you prefer full color tattoos or black and gray?
Full color tattoos are a lot of fun when you're about here, right? Because you get to enjoy, like, oh, this is cool, you know, all this color in there. Along the way, it takes twice as long, and it's a bit more of a process to wipe off. So up my alley, I grew up drawing with and using charcoal and stuff. I didn't do any real color. I didn't start doing color till I got into tattooing, and then I had to start learning, watching some videos about color theory and how to darken a tone, and, you know, still learning as I go, if I'm being honest. I pour out probably 30 colors and use about 6 of them, but I want them there. I want to dip into it. I want to see how it looks on my towel. Maybe give it a little touch in the skin. Oh, don't like that. Add a little bit of that color. So hopefully that makes sense.
Any tips on how to get color to stay in my tattoos? Pack it.
Pack it. You gotta put it in there. You know what? It's kind of gotta hurt. Okay, I remember when I first was doing color. I'm gonna pull this back a little bit. Let me see. Yeah, we're perfect in the camera. What was I saying? I remember when I first started doing color, I would just go ahead and just scribble it in. So if I was filling this in, it would just be like, boom, right? Boom, boom, boom. And you'd see the ink pooling up and everything. It's like, great. And then you wipe it off, nothing's there. Do it again, nothing's there. Couple things. I was moving way too fast. And my needles weren't going deep enough. There you go.
She's the one that asked the question. She says, anytime I get a tattoo that color, it fades in 6 months. I hate it. On her, she's going to get tattoos and they're fading.
Oh, well, that might be a couple things. Again, it could be your tattoo artist. And the thing is look, they're gonna fade. Like, this is not gonna look like this once it's healed. The top layer of skin is gonna die and flake off. Then a new layer is gonna form over top of it. And now you're gonna be looking through a thin layer of skin into the ink. The ink's still gonna be just as bright as it is right here underneath that skin, but now you're looking through a fresh layer of skin, which makes the tattoo look duller. And that's unfortunately just the way tattoos work. I take off my glove and show you my hand. We just tattooed it a couple weeks ago, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's just doesn't look like the day it was tattooed. Now you might be referring to something different. Maybe I'm getting off course. Maybe you're already aware of that, and then maybe it has something to do with you. I don't know. Could be your artist just not putting ink in.
Okay, next question. Michael says, what are your thoughts of using witch hazel for your washes?
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people like using witch hazel for the washes. I'm probably going to try some. In fact, I remember I used it originally way back maybe a year and a half ago, but I only had a little bit of it. Looks like we got to turn around her.
Okay. Why do you use white on the wash instead of only black in water? Does it create a more solid gray?
No, it just allows me, as you guys can see here, you can visually see the gray. Like, if it wasn't the white in there, it would just look like a watery black. So when I put the white in the a few drops there, it just allows me to see the color it's going to heal, if you will, right? I mean, it's not exactly how the color it's going to heal, but it allows you to, for me anyhow, better choose what washes I'm going to use, because I can better see my tones, if that makes sense. Again, I got a couple videos on that. I might explain that a little bit more on the channel. If you get time, you can check those out. All right, I'm going to come across the top here, just knock that out.
Alright, so he says, I just started practicing on pig skin last week. Any tips on how to deal with the smell?
I never actually tattooed pigskin. It's a fantastic medium from what I understand from talking to people who have left comments and said, the best skin to practice on is pigskin, and some people are able to get it from their butchers and yada yada. But no, apparently you need to keep it frozen until you need to use it. Use it, take a photo when you're done, and throw it away. From what I understand. There might be some people in the chat or around that can shed a little bit more light on this, but that is what I understand of that. So yeah, good luck. How's that pigskin working out though? I mean, is it fun? Did you tattoo it? It'd be cool to hear.
Smoke says, any advice on doing hand tattoos? And are there any important aspects I have to remember? I am confident in my hand speed and needle depth, plus only use black ink.
Yeah, contrast, man. Contrast in the hand is going to be a benefit, right? Hand's a hard healing area. I would veer away from using a lot of white. Not to say that everybody who puts white in a tattoo is going to have it fall out. I mean, in a hand is going to fall out. I'm not saying that. But these are just little tips to, if you're struggling with lines, don't pick a tattoo and do a tattoo that has 150 long lines or really long lines. So if you're practicing tattooing a hand for the first time, don't make it harder than it has to be. Find something that's contrasty, something with a lot of black, a lot of skin tone, maybe some other washes in there, but you got to get the ink into the skin, and I know that's clearly the goal everywhere we tattoo, but on the hand it can be deceptive that it's deep enough, but then when you come back and you see that sucker healed and you're not happy with it, what the heck are the sensor now? Whatever. What else can I tell you? I don't really know. I know who asked that question. Smoke, yeah, Smoke. You probably watched my hand tattoo videos, man. Most of the advice I can give is in those. Yeah. That's why I do encourage people to stay off a hand until you feel confident just tattooing. Not to say that everybody is going to have a hard time, but that's just my advice.
Ryan says, hey Dave, why do my bug pin lines always come out shaky? Is it my voltage or my machine or my speed? Mixture of
Yeah, I got the biggest question is, are you using a bug pin liner? Are you lining with, let's say, I mean, the needle size doesn't matter, but is it a bug pin? That's the question. If you're lining with a bug pin, that's probably not the, I did it for a little while, and I went back to regular liners, number 12 for lining, and it helps tremendously. Depending on what it is you're doing, that is obviously, but if you're using a bug pin liner, try not using a bug pin liner. I love bug pins for mags. When it comes to round shaders and liners, I try to stick with standard number 12 needles. Hopefully that makes sense.
Sarah asks, how do you know which needle size you need for what?
That's what fake skin's for, okay? You're going to lay that fake skin out. Boom. Doesn't have to be pig skin, but fake skin. You're going to get your needle in there. You're going to get it at a good angle, right? So you're not going to be standing straight up and down. You're like 45-degree angle. And run that line. Boom. Pull it all the way or a little bit. Look at the thickness of that line. Now you know what a 5-round liner does. Now you know what a 9. Now you know what a 9-round shader looks like. A difference between a 5-round liner and 7-round liner is so minute you probably won't even notice it in the fake skin. So that's what I always tell people. Practice around fake skin. Learn the line weights, because you can make a thick line or a thick round shader make small lines if you just adjust your angle a bit. So learn what they're supposed to look like so you know what it's capable of.
I don't understand this question, but you might.
Sure.
Do you think Mr. Reyes has this crazy technique with gray color?
Do you think Mr. Reyes has this crazy technique with gray color? Let's see, I'm getting on camera here. Mr. Reyes is phenomenal at what he does. I haven't watched him in a long time. Well, I say a long time, maybe 6 months or so. But I did come across the video, and I don't know, he's quick, but that is packing color. That's not that's not the gray wash. That's not shading. That's packing. He's packing. So what you're going to do is you're going to put like 2 drops of black and fill the rest up with white and mix that up, right? And that is a gray. That is an opaque gray. There's no water in that. Let's say you want to do 5 drops of black and the rest white. Mix that up. That's an opaque gray. That's going to cover the skin. This is a wash. It's going, it has water in it. I'm going to kick this down again. So I hope that makes sense. So he's packing color. Again, I'm not 100% sure what your question is, but I don't know what his recipe is, I'll call it. I don't know what his mixture is. I don't know what his drop ratio, his drops of black to white is. I'm sure he probably makes it specifically to, what client he's working on, the type of skin they have. But I give kudos to him. I watched him work. He works fast.
They said, they answered back to.
Oh, okay.
They said, like scribbling he does with gray, he's all over the place.
Yeah. Like you said, it's been a while since I watched him. I liked him. I do. I like his personality. I like his style. But it's not my way of. I don't tattoo that way. He has great success doing that. I've seen his work, on here and there. It looks good. But no, that's something he's come up with. That's how he does it. He does big pieces, and he does them quickly. And some people want that. Get it done quick, in and out. And they look good relatively. I'm sure if you got up close, they probably lack a little bit here and there as far as maybe crispness and whatnot. But who am I to even come close to talking negative about somebody who does fine tattoos, in my opinion? Real nice. Just a different style than I do.
Okay, next question. What is your go-to gray wash seal for on Realism?
Yeah, so my setup is I use dynamic black. I did test out both triple black and regular black on my leg. It is finished healed, and there is a slight difference. The triple black is a little bit darker, not as extreme as I ever would have thought it would be, but it is a little bit different. So anyhow, currently I use one full cap of black. First cap, 100% black. Second cap, 20 drops of black. Third cap, 10 drops of black. Fourth cap, 5 drops of black. Next cap is 2 drops of black. And then you can drop a 1 drop in there too if you want. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, just depends. And that is pretty much my my setup, my drop system right there. And then what I do is I go back before I put water in them, and I put 6 drops of white in each cap, and mix it on up. That's it. That's all she wrote. And I really like that so far. It doesn't mean that's going to be the setup forever, but that's the setup for now.
The Dandy Artist says, last month I finished a design of a full cybernetics arm. What's your opinion on that style?
I have very little understanding of what is it called?
Cybernetics.
I don't know. I'm guessing that's, obviously.
I mean, it's where they make the arm look like a road, like a all.
Oh.
And stuff
Did
like
he
that.
say
It's
finished a sleeve on that?
He finished a design.
Design. Oh.
Yeah, I
well,
think that's a really cool design.
that is cool. I'd love to see the design. That'd be cool.
Ryan says, are you doing a biomech piece?
I wouldn't necessarily call it a biomech piece. We're just having some HVAC pieces gonna be breaking through the skin, wrapping around the arm. We're gonna have some different key tools of the trade, if you will, and then we're gonna fade it up into his arm. He's got a couple pieces all the way already up there. We're gonna incorporate that later on, but I think we're gonna work the bottom section here first, and then get up there as we go, just a little at a time.
Sarah says you should go on Ink Masters.
Oh God, no! Oh, you couldn't pay me enough. I mean, well, I did. Whoa. You could pay me enough money. I lied, but no, yeah, that's a whole nother level, right? So, it's nerve-wracking tattooing on camera. I've gotten used to it in a pretty short amount of time. To be honest, it doesn't really bother me too much anymore. But it was, especially the second time. This I think was like third or fourth time. To do that in front of an audience on live TV, man. I'd have to really calm them nerves, and they're gonna tell me I gotta tattoo someone's butthole or something, and I'm gonna be like, oh my gosh, I have no experience tattooing buttholes, because when people want a butthole, I tell them no. Luckily, no one's asked for one, but if they did, I'd say no. I don't want to. I don't have to.
Okay.
So anyhow, that's my story.
Ed McIntosh says, hi Dave, been learning from you for the last couple of years. Just finished tattooing my knee. Thank you for all of your help. Where's the most awkward place you have tattooed yourself?
Oh, tattooed myself? I haven't really tattooed myself in very awkward places. Most everybody has seen where I tattooed myself. Either the top of the leg, and I know I can't show you in this camera, but the top, where like upper thigh, yeah. Where it gets kind of close to everything. Not so close to everything, but close enough to where I started questioning life decisions. But that was a long time ago when I first started tattooing, when I was first figuring stuff out. And then the other spot was really just my leg. Having my leg in that position for so long was really tiring. So that's it. Nothing crazy, guys. Nothing crazy. All right, we are about done. We're gonna get a fresh needle. Can you, so I don't take off my gloves?
Which one do you need?
I'm looking for a 5-round shader. Should be. Oh, shoot. Actually, let me have this 7 and then change. Yep, that's even better actually.
Oh. And that biomark arm that I can't remember what his name is right
Yeah.
now. It's the Terminator arm.
Oh, okay.
That'll be cool.
Here, can you put these two in the top drawer?
Yep.
Thank you. Alright guys, 84 of you guys give the video a like. Let's see, what are we at? 90? 90? Dang. Dang, I figured after all this time we'd have a little more than that. Oh dear Lord, calm down.
Do you use your water cup in addition to your various washes for shaking?
Sometimes. I guess if you want something to be just a touch lighter, yeah. But not really that much. I really don't. I don't really use my wrist cups for my gray wash. No. Maybe if I want to tone down I'll tone just a bit. Maybe give it a dab. But again, no, not really. Doesn't mean you can't. Just means I don't.
I like Danik's question.
Yeah.
They say, this question is for your wife.
Yeah.
Since she helps create the tattoos you're doing, does she have a percentage of the price? Haha.
Well, you know it. Like without, you know what I mean? Just that's just. I'm not the owner of my money, if that's what you're asking. We you know, it's a group effort, I guess you could say.
I like it though.
Yeah. I mean, really, I wouldn't be doing. I don't know. I wouldn't have nearly as many tattoos ready to go if it wasn't for us or her helping me out on almost every single one of them. Because sometimes I go full helpless mode, you know, like, oh God, I don't know what to do, and she comes in clutch, saves the day.
Cami says, does anyone have skin recommendations? I want the best. What is that new one that you just got? The really thick,
Oh
nice
yeah,
one.
grab it out of there. It should be right there.
In this one?
No, down a couple drawers. Pick a drawer. Up another drawer. Up another drawer. Yeah. So this was the what is this? This was the last one I did.
That was.
Sorry, I'll scoop this over here real
Good,
quick. This is True Skin right there. It says I don't know where the heck the camera is. True Skin. I really did like this stuff, guys. It's textured on. Where's my hand? It's textured on this side and smooth on this side. So yeah, really liked that. One other brand I'll show you. The next drawer down is here we go. This is the other brand. It's Real Skin. Oh, you're about to set those. I gotta probably clean those now, but that's okay. All right, we're back. So yeah, those are the two I would say. If you got the money, and it's not that it costs a fortune, but it's not as cheap as the stuff on Amazon. Obviously, that stuff you can get, and it's not bad. Just don't buy that really thin stuff. I also have a video on testing a lot of the fake skins, Pound of Flesh, Real Skin, the really, really thin stuff, and then some thicker stuff from Amazon. So again, that's on the channel as well. Feel free to subscribe and check those out. They're not going anywhere. They're going to be there. And I'm using a 5-round shader here to put the white in.
Kimberly says, when you add the white to your gray wash, does it change the color of the ink at all?
I haven't really noticed. I mean, it'll change what it looks like in the moment, but no, like when it heals and stuff, I haven't noticed too much of a difference at all. I think it may be a little bit softer though. I guess I could say it might heal a little bit softer, like a little bit, like there's a couple drops of white in it, you know? Like that, literally how it heals, as if you put a couple drops of white in it, I guess you could say. Not enough to notice, not really.
Ryan says, if you had to tattoo one style for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Black and gray, semi-realism. Black and gray, semi-realism. Because the true realism is a real, that's on a slightly another level, if you ask me. And I don't want the pressure of constantly having everything 100% realistic. 100%. I mean, semi-realism is pretty realistic in my opinion.
Undercover Fire Truck says, do you use did blah, 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 I cannot
That's
speak.
interesting.
Did you use that packer for lining?
Yes, I've used the packer for the entire tattoo today. We used it to line. We used it to pack. I really like the packer for lining. Even if I'm doing a black and gray piece and there's some thicker lines, I will 100% just use my packer just for packing those lines, and then I'll come back with the shader, shade it up. This white at the end's a painful little bit here because we've already kind of monkeyed around in all this.
Do you need another drink?
No, I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I still got some. Thanks.
Okay.
Hey, thanks everybody for being here. We still got 73. Appreciate everybody for bopping in and out all day today. Yeah, give the stream a like, guys. We're at 95. 95 for. I guess I gotta. All right, here we go. Let's see here. About ready for that beer right now, huh, Brian?
Yeah, we're getting there.
Yeah, we're almost done.
Ryan says, sorry for a million questions, but I just got a CNC. Should I invest in the Pro batteries?
I'm not sure what is that something CNC selling? Is that like CNC selling CNC Pro batteries?
I don't.
What did he buy?
The CNC Wii.
Oh, wait, what? Show me where this point is.
Here.
Sorry, but I just got a CNC Wii. Should I invest in powers or Pro batteries? Oh, see, I'm not really apt 100% all the time on everything going on with the different brands. I'm guessing they sell a separate battery. I wouldn't monkey with it. I've got the CNC XWii Plus batteries and the CNC XWii batteries because they obviously came with the machines. And while the XWii Plus batteries have a better have a readout and whatnot, the other one you pick by the color, like green is X volt, blah 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 is X volt, whatever. Aside from that, once you figure out and get comfortable with the different colors representing your voltage, it's not bad at all. And I really wouldn't spend the extra money unless you care to,
Let's step out and just here.
Sure. I would stay away from FK, man. I haven't nothing good come out of them. Personally. Alright. We're getting there. We're literally in the home stretch here. Wife says I can hog TV for AEW and PC. Oh, I got you. And PC for tattoo. I'll stay. Hey, thanks, Smoke. I like the live stream group we've developed here. So thanks for hanging out all day, guys. All day, or at least most of the day. And we got a fresh 5-round shader for this color packing right here. Okay.
Do you think being a great artist is needed to be a tattooer, as in great at drawing and designing stuff?
I mean, it
It's a learn.
definitely helps big time to be a drawer. I mean, it's again, I say, you know, are you gonna become a race car driver and not own, and you've never driven a car or you never own a car? You know, maybe that doesn't translate exactly to the same thing, but you know, yeah, you're gonna want to have the some sort of a art skill. Now, the designing factor, in my opinion, that can come with time, and it comes with practice too. You know, you got to make stuff for people, and you're no mind reader. You ask questions, you do the best you can, and you try to design something that at least you love. You know, you're like, you know what? Even if that person says, "I freaking hate that," at least you know, like, well, I liked it a lot. So, you know, that's kind of where I'm at when it comes to it these days. But no, you got to be able to, in my opinion, unless you're gonna do like, you know, just portraits or something forever, then. But you got to be able to design stuff, and I struggle with that. At least I have in the beginning. I stressed about it big time because, you know, I just didn't like whatever I was coming up with. But again, that's when the boss, comes in clutch, and you know, she might not be the greatest at drawing stuff, but she was pretty good at coming up with ideas, and so she's actually helped me. And now we pretty much just feed each other. You know, I'll tell her, "No, that looks like crap," and she'll tell me, "No, that looks like crap," you know, or "Fantastic, yeah, that's awesome." So yeah, but no, I don't think you have to be great at it right off the bat. You need to have some of it in your wheelhouse. You can be a great artist and learn design, or be really great at designing and kind of improve on your art form as you go. One or the other for sure. I would at least hope you'd have. Hopefully that kind of answers that without rambling too much more.
Smoke says the white's looking badass.
Sweet.
With a thumbs up.
Sweet. I know it's not what you want right at the end of a tattoo. Like, oh, there's, you know, 4 miles of white to go, but I think it will be beneficial when it's over. And I did slow my machine down just a little bit. I went down to 6 volts with this white, just to give it a little bit more hang time in the skin, depositing the white pigment, or whatever you want to call it. Again, guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. It's been fun. It's been a lot of fun actually having everybody here, and I just really enjoy tattooing and sharing that. It's been a blessing to be able to do that.
Did you leave space for the white beforehand?
Yep. Even everywhere where I want to highlight around this blue over here, up and around the red, there's space left over. Yeah, that actually took us a little bit more time because it would have been a lot easier just to fill that entire section, right, and then just smack some white right over top. But I wanted to stay or be a little bit more vivid, so we was proactive and thought about it in advance. So right here, I left a little opening, put a line of white. Up here, I left a spot. There it is. Put a line of white. Right along here. Let me make sure I get it. Yep, right here we left a spot so we can put some white. That's why I don't exactly understand how people do these blackouts and then they go right over top with white. I don't know. That's, you got to have a few sessions. I mean, I'm just guessing. Again, I've never done one. I don't want to do blackout tattoos. It's not art personally. Okay, nobody take any of this offensive, but it's not really artistic to me or fun. It would be the equivalency of just digging a giant hole or something, like just boring. So I don't know. Oh,
102 likes.
102. All right, all right. We're not breaking any records here, but I truly appreciate it, guys.
Danik says, did you see the style of a blackout arm and white designs in it? You should take a look. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is I don't understand. It's got to take a lot of sessions. It might look cool, fresh in the moment. Once that white settles, it's gonna be very hard to see. Very hard to see. Again, looks cool, and it. You know, if you go back session, maybe 3-4 sessions of going over that white, you know, I think you might start getting something solid, something really sticking around. But again, I think as long as you're aware of that, because look, white's not going to cover up black. It's just not going to happen unless the artist leaves room for it, which is, you know, maybe on a larger scale. If you're using a big piece, big tattoo piece, you could leave a gap, you know, a decent sized gap, so you can go back and put white in there like that. That would make sense. That would about all that would make sense to me, anyhow. So anyhow, yeah.
Danik also says, oh yeah, lots of white and many appointments.
Yeah, many appointments. It's just, they might not tell you that, and if you're looking at it online and someone's showing you, they just had it done, you know. Which again, no hate against that style. Sure, do what you want to do. Nothing wrong with that. I don't like it. I mean, I guess I can't say I don't like it. I just don't like the fact that you have to go back many times, you know, to really get it in there. And then, yeah, I don't know how that's going to be long term. But then again, there's a lot of things we don't know how it's going to be long term. To each their own. Tattooing is do what you want, you know. Oh, we're getting there. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. Hey guys, if you want to check this tattoo out when it is done, which we should be shortly, go ahead and go follow me on Instagram or Facebook. Links should be in the description of the video right now of the stream. If not, on Instagram, I am Dave Inks, DAVEINKS.88. Yes, that was the year I was born. People, for some reason, people ask, "What's 88?" I figured you kind of figured, you know, but hey, whatever. That was born. And then if you are on Facebook, you can follow at Death Punch Inc. Death Punch Inc. That's the name of the business. Again, I should have named my YouTube channel either Dave Inks 88 or Death Punch Inc. or all of those, the same as my YouTube channel. Nothing's cohesive. Oh well, I could change it. What do you guys think? Should we change it all to the same thing? I can't really change the business name, which is fine. I'll have to leave Facebook as Death Punch Inc. I named it a long time ago, and yeah, I kind of want to change it, but hey, it's on everything. It's on all my business cards. It's everywhere now, so too bad.
Side of the building.
It's on the side of the building. Yeah. What's this thing?
Tyler says, how do you deal with the pooling when lining with a shader? I've had luck, but I always get very nervous I'll miss the mark.
I'm sorry, I was monkeying with my needle. What's up?
How do you deal with pooling when lining with a shader?
Polling. How do I?
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. How do I deal with
Like
pulling lines? I'm guessing. How do I do
No,
it?
the ink pooling
Oh,
together.
pooling. Is that
Yes.
what I said? How do you
Deal with the pool, whoops,
the pooling? Oh, okay.
when lining with a shader.
It's about the same as lining with a liner a lot of times. I'm only following the tips of the needle, and you can see that through whatever color. So as I come down, I mean, it's probably really hard to see on there, but I can tell where the needle is. I'm not seeing the tip, but I'm seeing the actual needles up by the tube where they're at. And And I will say some of this does just come straight up with time. I do remember watching people tattoo, especially in the Apprentice there. I'd watch every once in a while. I get a chance. And it was like, what, how the hell? And they always rode the tube 100% of the time. And I always thought, how do you know where you're going? And they pretty much said, well, you do it long enough, you just kind of know where the needles are at. What? This thing is clacking. Yeah, I need to get through this real quick here. I don't know what's going on with this needle. It's running good. It's just, might be just the white starting to dry in there or something.
Alexander says, how do you properly clean the needle when switching colors?
Oh, this cartridge is weak. You can feel the membrane is weak. That's why it's clackering. All right, what did he ask? I'm sorry.
How do you properly clean the needles when switching colors?
Just with some distilled water. Dip it in the distilled water, wipe it onto your towel, okay? You can also just take it and wipe it like this, flush flat, or pour some water into the hole right there. I'll hold it like this, and I'll spray a little bit of water like this into that hole. All right? And then kind of wipe it, get it to where it's clean enough to where it can take a new color, and then go at it.
How do you keep the skin from getting too irritated mid-session?
How do you keep the skin from getting irritated? It's just gonna get irritated. I know Brian's skin is it's pissed off underneath this color, okay? Get in and get out. I know it doesn't feel that way when you're getting tattooed, no matter who's doing it, but couple passes, right? Couple passes, and again, it all depends on the speed of your hand and the voltage and all that jazz, okay? Just be deliberate, I guess, if you can. I know that's not an easy thing in the beginning, be deliberate, but try to be deliberate.
James asks, how can you tell if the skin has been overworked when color packing?
I'm gonna fill this. I'm now gonna put a little black down here real quick because I missed a spot. Say that again, man.
How can you tell if the skin has been overworked when color packing?
I guess you really can't, you know? You really can't. You just gotta, at least I don't know that you can. You just sort of learn over time how much. Because I have overworked skin. I have overworked skin on the boss here. Yeah. And, you don't really know, but I know how many passes I made on her. I know how many times I went over that skin. I know how many times I was blending and blending and blending and blending and blending. I mean, do you recall?
Oh, I do.
Yeah. So it takes a good bit, and the needles were not going in deep enough. That was one of the main issues, and I just kept kind of going over the surface and over the surface. So it does take a good bit of improperly doing it. You know? All right. I think we're done, guys. Well, let's take a quick little rotation. Here we go. Yep. Boom. Yeah. Little rotator now. Yep. Here we go. All the way around. Sweet. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to get Brian cleaned up. There is a beer calling Brian's name real loud right now. So we're going to get him taken care of. He's been sitting like a champ, guys. Big thanks to him. Work on yourself. You'll figure it out pretty quick. True, Dan. But hey, guys, until next time, my friends, peace out. Again, follow us on Instagram or Facebook to see the finished actual photo of this piece. Until next time, guys. Peace.